Hey guys, Zito Sports Nation back here, and we got another preview video. And this time we're going to go over the first day of the Sweet 16, Zach.
And this first day is loaded with good matchups. The amount of matchups on Thursday is insane.
It's stacked. So let's talk about it. Let's see the games. We're going to go through all of them this time. We're not just going to go through one game or a couple games like we did for our 32. So this one here is our first game. We got Arkansas and Gonzaga, Zach. And what do you think? Let's see here.
It's good. To me, what's interesting in this matchup is Arkansas has played in a couple slugfests so far. I mean, they got into the 70s with Vermont, but then they played an all-out slugfest against New Mexico State. And Arkansas, for a team that does play great defense, they do like to push it up the floor a decent bit when they have the opportunities to, because that's where JD Notae shines. That's where Jalen Williams is a good big in the open court. This game gives them that opportunity to do that finally.
Yeah.
Because we know how Gonzaga likes to get up and run. So I think it's going to be not necessarily high scoring. It's going to be more high scoring than Arkansas games tend to be at times. And I'm excited for that. And my question is how good is JD Notae going to be?
Yeah, he was not good on Sunday.
He was pretty bad. Like, he just kept taking it to the basket, kept missing layup after layup. Now he made I think he had like 4 or 5. No, he had 8 steals in that game, I think, Will.
Yeah,
I think he was actually 8. And I was like, what? I didn't realize that.
He just wasn't finishing off of him.
It just didn't fit. He wasn't finishing well. I mean, it was crazy. It was an interesting game. But then Gonzaga, on the other hand, they haven't looked great so far. But I think after having a few days off, calming down, I think this Gonzaga team will play a lot better.
Yeah. Personally, I think so. Let's get some picks here. I like Gonzaga winning this game, Zach. What do you like?
I lean Gonzaga as well, just because the amount of options there is to score. You got you got probably 4 to 5 guys who can definitely score in double figures. And Arkansas has got if you add Stanley Amude, who's a fantastic shooter for Arkansas, you might have 3 guys that can get you 14, 15 plus. I think just too much weapons. Arkansas keeps it close though.
So the spread is 9.5, guys, for Gonzaga. I think Gonzaga covers.
You think Gonzaga covers?
I do.
See, I'm gonna say the opposite. For me, I think Gonzaga doesn't cover. I think the game will stay within 9. I'm gonna get my prediction. I'm gonna say it's gonna be 72-66 Gonzaga.
72-66. So 6-point win here for Gonzaga. I'll say Gonzaga. I'll say by 10. I think they get it. I think the Zags win this game. So that's what we have here. Next up, let's talk about Michigan and Villanova, Zach. The next game on our list here. And this is Nova. Some people I don't think either of us I think we had both these teams not making it this far in our bracket video.
No, yeah, we had we had Nova. We had Nova making it this far.
We did. Oh, we had them losing to Colorado State. That's right.
Yeah, so we did have Nova this far. And Nova's a team with me and Will. Will's definitely had been a little lower on Nova than I have, but Nova's a team I don't think you can trust a ton in right now. I mean, they've won both their tournament games by they beat Ohio State by 10 and Delaware by 20. I'm not in love with either of those teams. Who Michigan has beat are better teams. Now Tennessee shot 2 for 18 against Michigan from 3, but I don't know. I think what I like in this one is the battle on the inside.
Yeah, it's gonna be a battle. I mean, you look at the rebounds. Both these teams rebound very well.
They do.
So then we start talking. Right now, it's Villanova by 5. Okay, I think Michigan stays within 5.
I think Michigan definitely stays within 5, and we in our bracket video we made the prediction that Michigan wins, and I really feel like, because I feel like a lot of people, I've seen people not even really. I read a couple things last night before I went to sleep, and it was about how people are like, it was just like the likelihood of different upsets, and people said highly unlikely for Michigan to beat Nova. And I was like, highly unlikely.
What are they? What games are they watching?
And that's what I'm wondering. I'm like,
this Michigan roster is experienced. They've been here. Nova hasn't.
I mean, Nova's been here as well, but I think they're both experienced rosters. But how is there that big of a gap between the two? Is my thinking, and I was surprised to see that. I think it's very well likely, and it's something I think it actually will happen. I like Michigan by three or four. I think it's going to go right down the wire, but I like Michigan by 3 or 4.
I can take that. I like Michigan too. I'll say Michigan. I'll say 5.
Okay.
I'll go up. I'll go one up on you. I'll say 5 here. But we both like Michigan in that game here. And let's move down to this game between Tech and Duke, and a battle.
A battle. I went back and forth in my mind on this game a ton. I'm like, can Tech score enough against Duke? But then I'm like, but Tech's defense is so good. We go back and forth. I think I've been back and forth, maybe even more than Will has. I've been back and forth. I'm having a tough time with it. I think what Tech has such a advantage over Duke in some ways, and you could say it's a disadvantage too, but they have like 5 dudes that are all like 6'6", long, athletic, that can switch everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you watch Texas Tech, they can switch every position 1 through 5. Even Santos Silva, when he's out there, is only I think 6'7". So they switch everything pretty much. Even because Santos Silva he'll guard guards, and he's like their 5, kind of their 5. They don't really have positions necessarily on Tech, but they switch everything, and that's such an advantage. And I don't think teams aren't used to that. And Texas Tech also plays some of the most aggressive defense you'll ever see in just terms like physicality wise, because they are just a bunch of 6'6" dudes. Even their point guard, who's Adonis Arms, he's not really a point guard, but he's playing point guard, more of just a small forward. But I think Texas Tech's them switching everything is gonna cause issues.
I think Tech's gonna be good in this game. I think Mark Adams draws something up for them boys, gets it figured out, and just a dogfight. I talked about how I think this game plays out in our bracket, our Sweet 16 video, redemption video, but I think that it's gritty. There's altercations, Tech's handed out, but I think that favors Texas Tech. I think Tech's going to rough up Duke, and Duke's going to get hot. They're going to get rattled by it. I think because Tech's not going to be intimidated.
No.
Tech is walking in there and saying, okay, you're Duke.
Let's end Coach K's career. I bet these boys, because I think a lot of these people, a lot of these guys, for any of the teams that's faced Duke so far, they're like, let's end this man's career. That's the type of competitor mindset I think a lot of these guys are going to have. And
Mm-hmm.
Tech has some of the
gritty dogs on that team, man.
Because these guys are all, if you look at Texas Tech's team, it's a bunch of overlooked guys. These are all mid-major transfers. Every single one of them almost. All the Terrence Shannon wasn't. He was like the only like more highly coveted guy. All the rest of them were just a bunch of mid-major guys who balled out in mid-major, and they all have a chip on their shoulder. Whereas Duke's guys have been highly lauded pretty much their entire career.
Yeah.
And so I love this matchup for about a million different reasons.
I think Tech can beat. We both think Tech can beat them. I think blue collar beats white collar here.
Yeah, that's what it really comes down to.
So I like Tech. It's right now Tech favored by a point right now. So it's basically a pick right here.
Yeah, just a pick.
But let's go to our last game here of Houston and Arizona, Zach. The final matchup of the Sweet 16 on Thursday night. And it's a chance where Zach said to me, he thinks whoever wins this game is probably coming out of this region.
Yeah, I think so. I think you get out of this game, and this is going to be. If Arizona gets by Houston here, it kind of sets them up for. It shows that to me that they've fought through so much adversity, because beating Houston is extremely tough to do.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of reasons I'm also excited about this game too. I just think the amount of athleticism on the court in this game is going to be through the roof. It's going to be absolutely insane. Now, can Houston hit enough outside shots is kind of my thing. I think that keeps them in this game.
Yeah. Right now they're averaging more threes than
they shoot. That's a pretty high volume of threes, and they hit it at a average clip at 34%. I think for me, Houston is going to need to cause turnovers against to get a lot of easy points, because they don't score that easily in the half court offense. Houston doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
But Arizona has been turning the ball over about 100 times a game throughout the tournament so far.
Turnovers on here.
Right
here, 13.33.
And they're averaging, I think they're averaging 18 a game in the tournament right now. It's bad. Even against Wright State, I think they had like 16 or 17.
Yeah.
So they got to take care of the ball. If Arizona takes care of the ball, I think they're fine. If they don't, and he lets Houston get easy buckets in transition, I think we're at this game. It's also a game. Me and Will have been like, where's the advantage come from? We think it's been Matherin.
Yeah, probably.
We think because Houston doesn't really have a guy to put it on the deck and just score. Now you got Kyler Edwards to shoot threes. He shoots threes pretty well. Shad's a playmaker. not necessarily a scorer. You have a couple of good bigs too for Houston and Fabian White, but I don't know. There's a lot to like in this game, but I think there might not be enough offense for Houston is what I think it comes down to. I think they keep it close all the
They
whole
battle.
game.
They scrap this one out, and I think Arizona wins another close one.
Close one. And
They escape again. Right now it's Arizona -1.5. I think they cover that and they win this game.
I think they win, especially if they limit their turnovers and they don't let the offensive rebounds happen, because this is the best offensive rebounding team in the country. I think Houston is. So as long as they don't let that happen, they'll be fine and they should win.
So we both have Arizona win this game. That's what I think the only game we disagreed on spread wise was I had Gonzaga covering and you didn't. Everything else was kind of solidarity.
It was. Texas Tech Duke was tough, and so was Houston Arizona, but we both kind of came to the same
conclusion on that. But that's what we think about the first day, guys. We're excited. We got a lot of basketball coming up here. Zach's really invested in the Sweet 16 right now. He's got 8-leg parlay potential to hit huge.
Yeah, potential to hit really huge. So we'll see. We'll see if it hits.
But that's what we think, guys. Let's hear your thoughts. Comment on our video, like, subscribe to our channel. I know the season's wrapping up, but never too late to get on board.
Yeah, for subscribe, and we'll probably cover random college stuff as time goes, and we'll probably cover a couple other sports, because we like. I mean, you see the Blue Jays hat. We love the MLB. We honestly love almost every sport. So we'll probably cover some other stuff.
Cover some other stuff and talk about it. But that's what's coming up, guys. Also coming up, we're gonna have a day 2 preview for the Sweet 16. We'll probably film that later tonight, and get that out to you guys as well. And then check out our redemption brackets. Also, that we have another group on ESPN's fantasy app. I think our group is again just Z-Dub Sports Nation. That's the group name in the redemption bracket. So go join us, fill out your redemption bracket, see how you do. I'm excited.
I am too, man. Sweet 16. This week you get to see so many great matchups all the way through. There's gonna be some good matchups, and I'm pumped. I'm super pumped.
We're thankful, guys. We'll take care, and we will see you guys after.
Yeah, see you in the next one.